Howdy Traders, good morning and welcome to the morning coffee kickoff this Friday afternoon or Friday morning, depending of course where you are in the world. It is Preachy Friday. Guess what? I get to tell you what to do, right? I get to tell you what you should have done. I'm just kidding. All right, hopefully everyone is having a good week so far and looking forward to the weekend. I certainly am. It's been a good week of trading. In fact, it's been a great month of trading here in April. And looking forward to this new month of May, to be a fantastic time. Listen, if you weren't in the session last night, we did a session last night on divergent trading. And we looked at a couple of setups that are really setting up great. Not a couple, actually a few setups that are setting up great. In fact, 11 setups that we're looking forward to next week. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and get involved in our trading next week. Now, I do have the wrong image behind me. In fact, this was the divergent setup right here. I'm going to have to go ahead and get that changed. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with the market, because we're going to go ahead and take a look at the trade setups that are developing here in this early Friday session. All right, now what we're going to be looking for at the moment right now, and voila, got to change to the back. Okay, listen here. What we're going to be looking for this morning is what trade setups set up this week based on target trading, and how do we trade it? We've got, let's go ahead and take a look at the trades. Here is the trades right here. We've got opened up. Let me go ahead and drag this up a little bit. Hang on. There we go. All right. We have got Aussie CAD. We're selling Aussie CAD. We are selling Aussie New Zealand dollar. We are selling Aussie US dollar. We're buying Euro Aussie. We are buying Euro Pound. We are selling Pound Canadian. And we are buying US dollar CAD. Those are the positions that we have currently right now. Let's go ahead and take a look and see which ones of those set up this week. This is the document that we follow. If you don't know already, this document is inside the description below. So in the description below, you'll be able to pick up the document and check it out. And we'll be able to follow this exactly what we're currently doing this week. So we'll be closing out April's month and see how we did this with this April. But this is the document that we're going to be following. Now, good morning to a bunch of traders right here. We have Denise in the house, Karen, Shirley, Jordan. We got Shannon. We have Lauren. We have Mike. Good morning, everyone, and glad to see everyone is here, ready to rock and roll this morning. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of things before we get started. And I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at, okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and take a look at the setups that are currently happening right now this week. And, oh, by the way, I forget. I keep forgetting. Everyone got the cup of coffee right now, right? Everyone got the cup of coffee? You cannot trade without a cup of coffee. Every morning, make sure you have a cup of coffee before trading. It's got to be a rule, all right, that's always going to be taking place, because a cup of coffee makes big changes. All right, good. That's great. All right, feel good now. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead and get started. So the trades that we're setting up for this week is going to be, let's see here. We're looking at Euro Aussie was a active order, so we did pick up the Euro Aussie this week. We had the Euro New Zealand dollar that was setting up with an unhit target. And Denise, T counts as well, all right? T counts as well. We have the Euro New Zealand dollar was setting up with a pending order. We did not get picked up on Euro New Zealand dollar this week. So let me go ahead and take a look at Euro New Zealand dollar right here. And we did not get that one set up this week. Euro New Zealand dollar. There we go. And the reason why we didn't get Euro New Zealand dollar, because we hit this pretty early in the week without getting an overbought condition. So Euro New Zealand dollar did not set up with a trading opportunity. So let's go ahead and fix this up right here. And we're just going to change this now to, this was a hit target. And there was no trading opportunity, no trade on this at all. Okay, let's go to pound. Pound, we know we picked up a trade. It was a low probability, but we picked up a trade this week. And I can just go ahead and pull up the entry point. There it is there. We picked up a buy, and that was at 87.91. So 87.91. That was the buy right here. So we did pick up a buy on this one right here in an oversold condition, and we're now active. All right, so we're active on the euro pound, and so let's go ahead and take a look at. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the pound New Zealand dollar. We were setting up an opportunity on that. Pound New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at that. Pound New Zealand dollar also hit its target very quickly the week without giving us a trading opportunity. So let's go ahead and mark that off as pound New Zealand dollar is a hit target. And there was no trade on that one either. Let's go to pound Aussie. Pound Aussie, we are active. I know that for a fact. So let's go ahead and take a look at pound Aussie. And we have, let's take a look here. I thought we had one in. No, we do not. Huh, interesting. Okay, let's take a look here. Pound Aussie. What happened with pound Aussie? Well, actually, in fact, we have hit our target. So we actually did go into an oversold condition right here, but we actually hit a target. And so that means we're out in the money. Let's take a look and see history. And there it is. All right, so we did get into a trade, and it did pay off. And we got in at a price at 91, so 1.9132. All right, 91.32. Let's see if it does this week. And yep, it was on the 28th. So 91.32 was the entry price. $91.32. We were buying with an oversold condition right here, and this is closed out with profit. And the profit on this right here looks like there's only one entry point, and it closed out this morning. 91.32. Looks like it got picked up around about here. So we picked up about, let's see here, 326 pips. 326 pips. And it was only the one entry point. All right, so 326 pips. Let's go ahead and put that in. All right, that's good. And let's go ahead and take a look at the next one right here, Aussie JPY. We know that got picked up. So we picked up a buy on Aussie JPY. Let's take a look right here. Aussie JPY, and no, that did not. I thought it did. My bad. Did we get paid out on this one? Let's take a look here. Aussie JPY. Yeah, no, Aussie JPY has got an unhit target right here, but we haven't hit it. And it looks like price is moving towards that target. So this one right here is going to be called a... This was still pending, but we're going to cancel the pending order. And there was no trade. So although it's still an unhit target, we didn't get a trade on this one right here. So let's go to the next one, Aussie New Zealand dollar. Now that one, I believe we in on a trade. Let's double check. All right, yes. So Aussie New Zealand dollar, we picked up a trade at, there's our first entry point was at 1.0586, so 1.0586. So 1.0586, and that one we are selling currently right now on an overbought condition, and that is still active right here. All right, we can see that the Aussie CAD was still active, and the Aussie US dollar is still active right here. We still have both of those orders still active, and you can see there. Here is the Aussie Canadian, and Aussie US dollar right here is also active. There it is there. So those are still active there. 2 active orders there. Let's go ahead and take a look at take a look over here. All right, so looks like we also had a US dollar CAD. That one picked up as well. Let's go to US dollar CAD. And we got picked up in US dollar CAD at 1. It looks like 38.83. So 38.83. And that was a buy right here. So we're active on that one as well. That one is buying with an oversold condition right here. So we're active. So we've got, let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 active trades right here. And we've got a few trades that were currently running from the previous weeks. But let's go through this because I want to go ahead and address that based on the fact that, let's take a look right here. Like Euro JPY. Euro JPY, we had a missed target from the previous week that was active, and it looks like we just got that paid out as well. And let's go to the history. There's the Euro JPY right here. Looks like we hit our target. And so let's go ahead and calculate and see exactly what, and it was only the one trade right here. So let's go ahead and check it out and see how that planned out. So Euro JPY right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Looks like that's the target right there, last week's target. And with this being last week's target, I'm going to go ahead and pull that up right here. That's the target right there. And we only got in on one entry point, and that entry point last week was, let's see, let's take a look. 115.78. So 115.78. All right, there it is there. So we picked up 156 pips on that trade. So 156 pips. This is going to be closed. And I'm going to say it was closed this week. What date did we get closed out? Let's take a look here. We closed this out on this morning, the 30th. Well, actually yesterday, the 30th. So let's go ahead and put your closed. And let's go 4/30/2020. All right, so we closed on that date right here. Let's go ahead and add those pips to the missed target right here. And that was 156. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look now at, let's see here. What else did we close out? Looks like Euro CAD. We closed out a Euro CAD trade. And that closed out also yesterday. So let's take a look at Euro CAD. And looks like it was Euro CAD. Man, that was when did that trade take place? Was that this week? Let's go take a look and see which target that was, because I can't find the target. Now, Euro Aussie, this week's target was hit as well, says the nice. Oh, snap. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go to that as well. That's right. And it looks like, actually, I was picked up on this trade right here. Wow. Is this right? Did we get put into the trade this morning and actually, or at least yesterday, and it looks like it is. I didn't even think we had an unhit target for the Euro CAD. So, oh, look at that. We got picked up yesterday, and it actually paid off yesterday. And the entry point was at 50.59. So 50.59, we got in on. I thought it was a hit target. Clearly wasn't. Not on the, let's take a look right here. Yeah, no, it wasn't on the MT4. We haven't got a hit target on the MT4. Wow, I didn't realize that. Okay, well, it is what it is. So my apologies. I called it a hit target this week, and now it's a hit target. All right. Now it's a hit target. But we got in on a oversold condition on this, and we were buying. And we got in at 59. So 1.5059 on this. And this is going to be now closed. And we picked up, let's see, 50.59. It's right down here. We picked up we picked it up at the bottom. That was fantastic. 213 pips. 213 pips on this. So that was a good buy right there. So far it looks like we picked up around about what's that, 539. That's 639. Call it 700 pips, give or take a few, 700 pips right there. Let's see what else we've got going. So that was, I believe that was the only one left. Now, that is on the pairs that I actually were trading. This is the pound Aussie. I marked off the pound Aussie. Did I mark it off in the wrong spot? Let's see here. No, I got that one. Euro pound says the nice. Euro pound hit as well this morning. Euro pound. Now I'm still in on orders from a few weeks ago. So let's take a look at this week's target on the Euro pound, Euro Aussie. And yes, it has hit. It certainly has hit. And the entry point on that was at what? 67.79. So 6779. Right, around about there. So we picked up, let's say 255 on that. And we did pick up a second order. There was a second order on this as well. And the second order would have been right about here. So we picked up 255. There was another order that was 228 pips down. Right here. And that order picked up 484. So 484 plus we had 255. So that'll be 9. That'll be 13. And that'll be 7. 739 pips were picked up on the Euro Aussie. 739. All right, 739. Let's add that in. And this one is closed as well. Good spot there. And this is just hit today. That was just hit today. So that was a good hit right here. Let's go ahead and you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at. I'm gonna go take a look at a couple others, making sure that we. Let's go to the Euro Pound. Take a look at Euro Pound this morning. Euro Pound also hit its target. Look here. Now, why did I not see that in my P&L? Oh, the reason why I didn't see my P&L because I do have active orders from the previous weeks. So this one also paid off. 89.71 target is hit. 89. Let's go. Sorry, 87.91. 87.91 looks like. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. No, sirree. There was no trade. There was no trade this week. How come I got an entry point right here? Let me see here. How come I have an entry point here? Because that seems like an entry point from last week, or at least from the week before that. Let me see here. Yeah, there it is there. This week we did not pick up a trade because that was actually from the 30th of March. That one right here. We did not get it picked up. We did not get picked up on a trade this week. No, sirree. Let me take a look at the dates. And yep, that was from the week of the 30th. Got picked up on the 1st of April on that one. All right, so that is definitely not. That's the one I'm still carrying. Let's take a look right here. This is the one here. And looks like I only got picked up on the one position right here. Still chasing after my target. And I am currently about 312 pips away from the target. All right, so that's that. So this one actually, this one was a hit target this week, and there was no trade. So let me kill that one right here. Let's go take a look at, and I believe the Aussie. Let's go through the Aussie New Zealand, Aussie CAD, and Aussie US dollar. Just want to make sure that there's nothing here. So Aussie New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at that. We were selling this one right here. Oh, snap. We hit the target. This one's paid off this week too. Man, this week's been very good to a lot of traders. Take a look here. What is the entry point? Entry point on an Aussie New Zealand dollar was 586. So 586. Oh, there must be multiple entry points on this. Oh, there was. Did I get that right? 586? That doesn't seem right. 586 seems like an entry point that I may have had it on my orders here. Oh, yes, it is. And that was also on the 16th. So that wasn't this week's entry. I messed up big time right here. That's not the right entry point. Let's take a look at the right entry point. Right entry point would have come from that candle there. And so it's 670. 670 was the entry point. All right, there it is there. All right, 670. Let me go here and take a look here at 670 right there. The close of that candle. This one would have picked up 86 pips. And we would have picked up another order just right here at the top. So 86 plus 163. So looking at 9, 14, 249 pips. So 249 pips paid out this week on this. Right there. Well, it's becoming... I've still got active orders from the previous. My orders that you're seeing right here are from previous weeks right here. I've got 1, 2, 3 on that. And I'm currently, let's see here. Currently showing... Pull in my break even here. Currently showing I'm down about 36 pips. My target is further down south right here. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie CAD. All right, Aussie CAD was a trade setting up right here. Let's see if I got this one right. All right, Aussie CAD. Unhit target for this week. We did get in on a trade on this one. And it was at this candle right here. I believe this is the candle here. Yep, it's just that candle there. So the close of that candle is at 90.51. 90.51. Let's see if I got this right. What? I did not. Oh man, I messed up on that. I think I took the orders that I have in my own trade. Alright, so Aussie US dollar, to see if I've got that one right. So this is still active. This one's still active. And we may have picked up more entries, but let's take a look at Aussie US dollar. And on Aussie US dollar, we would have been picked up early this week as well. And it would have been on the close of this candle. And that's 64.48. Oh my goodness. All right, there it is. All right, I fixed that up. Okay, done right. Fixed up. Okay. So those are the orders that we have right now that are currently still active. And then we've got a couple of these missed targets right here that are active as well. Well, these I am. So the total net close for the week so far looks like close to 1,700 pips for the week. All right. Now we got a trader says the visuals are not clear. Listen here, traders. If you are looking at the visuals aren't clear. Make sure you go to your settings on YouTube and click onto HD. All right. Go to the settings, look for that wheel, and click onto the settings wheel, and then change the settings to HD. That'll go ahead and get a clear picture. All right. All right. So that's what we've got going here. Let's go ahead and I'd like to go ahead and take a look at the trades that I currently have, and see how they are working for us this morning. So right now, let me see here. I'm only going to look at the ones that I have multiple entry points in, like the Aussie New Zealand dollar. I'm selling Aussie New Zealand dollar. Should I continue to sell Aussie New Zealand dollar? Well, let's go to the, and I'd like to go ahead and take a look at the larger time frame, and go to Aussie New Zealand dollar right here. And the answer is very easy for me. Yes, I'm going to continue to sell because I'm expecting price to move down to this level right here. Take out that level. And that price is down there at 488. So 1.0, 488. So I will go ahead and continue to sell on the Aussie New Zealand dollar towards this level right here. All right. We also picked up there was a bit of divergence setting up right there. Coming off that high right there, that high. We do see a little bit of divergence setting up right here. We decided to go ahead and look for a sell-off, and currently right now I'm still holding on the sell. Let me go ahead and pull up the daily time frame right here. Daily time frame, I know this indecision looks a little bit shaky right here, but we could certainly have this type of price action where price moves down, goes up again, maybe even go ahead and retest the top of the range here, and then work its way back down to this level. So we are in what we call a corrective move, and we're anticipating price to move further down south. All right. Now, if I look at the charts, and I take a look at the way the market's setting up over here, right? You can see it down below. We see that this is a larger fourth wave. That's because we haven't even completed a fifth wave. We haven't completed fifth wave, so which means that we're in a large third wave completion, and now looking for a market to go ahead and move to the fourth wave. And this fourth wave is expected to be situated right here. Let me just get this there. All right, there it is. Is predicted to be situated right about here. And the reason why I'm looking for price to move down to this level, because we had an inside wave structure that completed a 5-wave structure, and we're looking for wave 4 of the inside structure to be taken out, which is priced at this level right here. And that again is at around about, call it 480, all right? So 1.0480. Now, what I'd like to do is take a look at my target on the, this is the Aussie New Zealand dollar right here. And my target is priced at, let's see here, target is at 367. So I need to be a little more aware of that, because when price moves to this level right here, that's my first entry point. That's going to, or should be, my exit point. All right, because we've already looked at the actual charts and looked at the technicals, and the technicals say that when price goes in and takes out that low, we're going to see price turning around. It's going to do that and start heading off, which means that I'm probably not going to get to my target. All right, and also the reason why I'm not going to get to my target is if you take a look at the larger time frame. All right, we're range bound, and price is trying to work its way up to the top of the range. So eventually, over time, I may get down to that level, but I don't want to wait for that. I want to still I still want to create some opportunities to be able to, capture some profit going up north, right? So when the market goes ahead and dips down and gets to my first entry point, guess what? It's going to be time to get the heck out of Dodge, right? So watch the Aussie New Zealand dollar and watch the first entry point, which is going to be this one right here. Let's see here. Check out my first entry point. My first entry point on this one is at 472. So 1.0472 is my first entry point. You may want to pay attention to that, because as price gets to that level, it may be time to start taking profit. Okay, and I can go ahead and just maybe label here something on my chart right here. Just go ahead and plot in and say take profit. I can go ahead and put it in there. Let's just make it really big, and I'm going to make it stand out. Hold on a second. All right, there it is. All right, so we want to definitely take profit at that level right here. All right. Now, because I'm running an EA, if I go ahead and adjust my profit taking, what's going to happen is it's going to, I've got hidden, oh no, not on this, yeah, if I go ahead and move my stop or my take profit up, it's going to readjust because I'm running an EA, okay? And I want to continue to run the EA because if I need to add on new positions, I want the EA to manage that for me. All right, so that's the Aussie New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie right here. We buy on the Euro Aussie. Got 3 positions in on that. Let's take a look and see what's going on with this one. I'm up 188 pips on 3 positions. So times that, so almost 600 pips up right now. So I'm net 600 pips up, give or take a few, on this. And if I go ahead and take a look at where Euro Aussie sitting right now, let's take a look. So this is a pound. Where's Euro Aussie? There it is. There. All right, just go to Euro Aussie. So Euro Aussie is on its way up. All right, it's on its way up. We actually spoke about this yesterday. We said that we're going to go ahead and consider. Buying on Euro Aussie, specifically next week. We spoke about divergence. All right, there was a divergence level that we had spoken about a couple of days ago, and we also had a conversation about that yesterday, or at least last night. There's that divergence right here, and we've seen a nice little break. We're actually waiting for a dip and then another rally. We're expecting the Euro Aussie to rally further up north, possibly even coming up to this 1.7844 level. And when it does there, we think the price may move down south. But for right now, we're looking bullish towards 179.44. But like most currency pairs that we follow, we're looking for wave structure right here. So when we see the dips, we're going to be buying on the dips going long. Right now, we're on the sideline with regards to any sort of trend-based strategy, but we are in on targets. And so because I'm looking for 78.44 to come into play, let's go take a look at my target on this pair. And on this pair, my target is at 74.77. So that's not too far ahead. We're chasing after the target up here, and that gives us another 463 pips to the upside. Now remember, I got 3 positions in. So if I'm capturing an additional 460, that's times by 3. So this is going to be a big payoff. But this was a big daily trading range that we traded in any case. The daily trading range caught on this was 450 pips. So which means that every entry point that I've got here, all right, was positioned in that order. Is it 3 or 4? Let me see here. 2 open positions. Oh yeah, I actually entered one of the trades by myself. So I've got 3 of them entered right here. Oh, that's why we need to be entered. Huh, that's funny. So we are in on 3. I've got marked up as 2, but I've actually got 3 entry points because I manually added one position right here because I saw that divergence on that 4-hour time frame. So I added on here just as a bonus trade. So we're in on this trade right here. And like I said, if it goes up another 460 or 480, that's 480 times the amount of positions that you have in. So actually, that makes me believe that this, right now, we're up 187 times that by 3. Because that position's up, what, 230? And that position's up 375. Yeah, so 230 and 375, less about 70 pips on the first entry point. So yeah, I'm close to 400 pips up net. All right. Let's go ahead and so that's what it is. So we're definitely going to look for a dip and a rally again on this. So if we do see a dip on this, we're not going to be too concerned about that. All right. A dip is what we're expecting because we want to get back on this and start trading this. All right. And let's go take a look and see what other currency pairs we have right here that have multiple positions. Nope, that's it. All right, so it's just the Aussie New Zealand dollar sell-off and the Euro Aussie dollar buy that we're in on multiple positions at the moment right now. And we have still no concerns left on those pairs. All right. So last night we did a quick look at the pound New Zealand dollar based on divergence, and I'm going to go ahead and flip open that trading account right now, and just take a look and see what that trade looks like right now. There it is here. Okay. So this is the trade we took on last night. You can see a very choppy trading morning. Very choppy trading morning right here. I am trading on the 1 minute time frame. We got picked up. I got 2 positions in here. I'm still wondering why I only got 2 on here. Because I'm almost certain I hitched myself up for 3. Yep, 1.0. It should have been 3. Okay. So I guess the conditions weren't lined up for my additional position. So I've got 2 positions right now that are riding along. And I'm up at the moment right now, not a whole bunch of pips. I'm up net 16 pips right here, so it's not a big excitement. Let's take a look and see what the that trade looks like at the moment right now. This is pound New Zealand. There we go, pound New Zealand right here. And it's starting to, the 4 hours starting to run out of gas right here. It doesn't look like it's too active. Now, do you remember what we did yesterday? We had a downward trend line coming down like this, all right? And we said that we're going to go ahead and hold on to this trade and see what it does over here at the resistance level. And so we have the 4 hour has broken through. So we can keep this trade running for the rest of the day and then maybe close out by the end of the day. But you can see right here that we're actually just slightly above that downward trend line. So we're actually in the, it's tested the downward trend line already. And remember what we said that we wanted to do, what we wanted to do on the 15. On the 15, we looked at the 15 and we said that we're going to see a dip and then a rally. And here it is right here. We didn't see a very clean dip on this. So the problem on this particular pair is that we're probably going to be still expecting a dip right here. Now, based on the fact that we didn't see a lot of movement out of this, I'm just going to go ahead and close out this position and take that 16 pips and just, there it is, it's now 20. It's 20 pips right now. So, so what I could do on this, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do, is I'm going to go ahead and move my stop losses to break even. All right, just go ahead and let me see if I've got different orders here. No, I've got the same orders. Okay, so Ianda's FIFO rule won't allow me to go ahead and put stop losses in here because they've got the same order, same number of lot sizes right here. So that's the problem. All right, so what I'm going to do is just close out my orders. So I'm going to take my, let's just drop back down. Okay, so there goes my 20 pips. All right, I'm just going to close out these trades right here and remove the EA. It was somewhat successful in the morning. We picked up a few pips to go ahead and pay for a cup of coffee this morning. But that's it. It wasn't a trade that we were very excited about last night, but we decided to go ahead and throw something at the market. But what we are going to be very excited about is the positions that we have next week. Next week, we're going to have a bunch of solid positions. We looked at 11 currency pairs that are setting up for next week divergence session. So do yourself a favor, mark in your calendar next week to make sure that you get ready to rock and roll, because we are going to be posting some videos on, actually, in fact, I'm going to be doing some live sessions on some divergence setups for next week. And we did speak about the fundamentals. We said that next week we got non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll normally is a quiet week of trading. But to throw in the basket right there, we also have public holidays, or at least bank holidays, out in Europe, out in Japan. So there's a lot of the European and Japanese markets that won't be open next week, Monday. In fact, Sunday and Monday, which should or may make the start of the week a little slow. And as we get closer to the non-farm payroll, well, I guess we all know what the number's going to come out, right? It's a no-brainer right there. But the markets tend to slow down a little bit as it goes to the end of the week when it's non-farm payroll week. So let's see what happens. You know, if we get a dip in the market next week, if we get a dip in the market with those pairs that are going to be following, which is most of the Aussie crosses, if we get a dip in the market and we get an opportunity to get back in on those, we're going to take that opportunity, all right? Because we believe that the Aussie is going to weaken further, but we're going to see some sort of correction move, which means some strength in the Aussie first, and then at that point, we're going to start thinking about selling Aussie again across the board. So we'll take a look and see how that plans out in next week. With that being said, traders, everyone have an awesome weekend. All right, and make sure that you guys are safe. And I know that the US is starting to open up most of the states to to certain things, and well, I'm not too comfortable with that, but it is what it is. But in any case, hopefully everyone has a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the weekend, and again, we closed out this week. This week has been a really good week. Closed out with close to 1,700 pips for this week. All right, and if you captured some of that pips, congratulations. All right, if you did, type up in the chat. Tell me in the chat. Let me know how many pips you captured this week based on the setups that we had this week. All right. Well, with that being said, traders, have an awesome weekend, like I said, and we'll see everyone back again next week, Monday. We start again with the Forex kickoff session. This is FX Big Dog signing off.